You look like you're having a rough morning.
Ding, ding, ding! What do we have for her, Johnny?
How much will it take to put an end to all this?
With a prenup and proof of adultery? What's your case? You want to play hardball? I'm game.
How we doing this morning, Consul?
I'm a little upset about a bad sexual episode I had last night.
Well, you're still young. It'll happen more and more. Client.
Your Honor, I would like a continuance. I can't lie!
Is there any chance of settlement in this case?
Client has already offered Mrs. Cole $2.4 million.
Saddle! Saddle, 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 saddle!
It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yeah, we staying lit, big dog. Hey man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. And shout out to the homie Lucky Wheels and Deals, man. We keeping it lit up in this thing. And we gonna stay keeping it lit, man. Y'all check him out on the Lucky Wheels and Deals channel, man. He's going up. Hey, shout out to the 32 gang, man. And shout out to So Cool Fam and Wolf Pack of Cool Kids and Nike PRP, and shout out to them for getting their life on track, man. This video is for all the 32 gang, the So Cool Fam, the Lucky Nation, the everyday people, all the fathers, and also to you mothers out there. Some of you mothers need to hear this and see what we going through, and y'all can see exactly what I be saying. Now we got your boy CJ So Cool, man. He just dropped a long 55-minute rant about trying to see his kids. Now, I don't even know why a man has to actually fight for his kids. Why do we have to go to war for our kids when we can actually co-parent, coexist, and take care of the children? Now, I understand there are some circumstances, but this was a special case. This was a special case. We've seen this man grow up on TV over the past 10 years, okay? Well, most of us have. I haven't, but as you all can see, you can check the resume of CJ So Cool. He has a long history on YouTube. You can see his parental skills. You can see his interaction with his children plus others, and his stepkids or whatever. So you can see all that. So the fact that this man has to fight for his kids is ridiculous, okay? Now, we're going to get into this live reaction of what an attorney has to say to a client in a, not the exact same situation, but a similar situation where a man is trying to fight for his kids, okay? His young kids. And the reason why I want to put this attorney information out there is because I want y'all to see that it ain't always easy. It ain't peaches and cream. It doesn't matter how you look at it, how you go about it. It is what it is. Now, this live just came from the lead attorney just the other day, and I was watching it. This is prior to the CJ So Cool video even coming out last night. So I just want to let y'all know that this information is always out there, and y'all can get it anytime. But at the same time, this stuff will never change unless the laws change, unless some rules change for fathers. Fathers need to have, fathers that have made a big impact on their kids' lives need to be there. And I'm gonna be honest, as long as you pay child support, you should have the rights to visitation, and those rights shouldn't be taken away just because the mama say so, okay? And there's no custody enforcement out there. There's no custody enforcement agency anywhere. Okay, so if you want to see a CEA, a custody enforcement agency, some laws need to change, because this happens consistently all over America, okay? And I'm now, this is for good fathers. Now, you deadbeats, this ain't for you. But you can take some pointers and get your life together. I ain't never saying you're going to have to be a deadbeat forever, but if you're a deadbeat right now, you need to get your life together. And this is where you start at, okay? So let's get into the lead attorney's video.
Talking more than us.
Did you get on the witness stand? Did you have to get sworn in?
Yes.
All right, so where we starting off at is, a man has came to court to taking his baby mama to court, or his ex-wife. This is actually his ex-wife, about to be his ex-wife. They going through divorce court. He's taking his ex-wife to court, and he had a court hearing, and that's what TLA was saying, that you have to testify at the court hearing. So he gonna break it down more. We're gonna hear about his whole situation. Just check it out.
Okay. Did she allege any violence or anything?
No, she couldn't.
No, she could. That's the thing.
Oh,
Because they can allege. You know, they can allege anything.
Right.
See, that's right there. A woman, when you go to court, a woman could just be like, say anything, and the judge has to consider it. They have to consider all options when it's brought up in court. They can't just say, oh, I don't believe it. They have to consider all options. So if a woman, I don't want y'all women to go to court and start lying and stuff, but it happens. Women throw out a lot of stuff. Like even in this case, I don't know if he mentions it in this part right here, but while I was listening, his ex-wife alleged that she was breastfeeding the kids, the smaller kids, just so he couldn't keep the kid overnight, and she was not breastfeeding. Okay, so that's just what I'm saying. Women will go and say and do all type of stuff just on the fact that you're not sleeping with them no more.
Right.
Did she allege any drug use or anything?
No.
So the worst thing that she said was that you just moved out of the house, and I'm sure she said you didn't have a lot of contact with the kids.
No, what she said was she just doesn't trust me. It's very vague with no definition.
Hey, there you have it. She can say anything like that, and they have to consider it. Like, oh, he might be violent with the kids. They could look at your past or whatever and use all that against you in court. And there could be no history of violence between the two of you, but the alleged, oh, he put his hands on me, or he spanked the kids, or something of that nature, you know, that could always come up. I mean, I'm just saying, this is true stuff. This is a true story that we listening to. This is not no alleged fake stuff this is a man that actually is going through this case right now. So if y'all want to know why CJ is acting a fool right now and where he's sick, is because of this type of stuff that you get from women all the time. Now, I ain't saying all women, but there are some.
He doesn't trust me with the kids. He trusts me enough to enter a partnership with me, and trust me enough.
Trust you enough to spread them legs. Exactly.
Yeah, all of a sudden, because I don't want to be with her, I can't be trusted with the kids. And I brought that up. I'm like, I have no drug abuse history. I have no criminal history. There's no domestic violence history. There's nothing. I give her money every month for the kids. Even with...
Now, CJ said that he was giving her money every month to see the kids, not to keep them. It took him time and time again to finally be able to keep the kids overnight. He had to buy stuff for his house. He had to buy food. Now, that is understandable. Having clothes, food, a bed, a place to stay, car seats for them to go places, totally understandable. Totally understandable. But you see, as soon as he got a girlfriend, all that stuff went out the window, okay? So it's not just like nothing really changed in his personality, nothing changed in his life. Of course, the shooting happened way later, but we talking about when she first stopped letting him see his twins. This is like anything can happen. Like, you got these, man, come on, man.
And then she tries to make so that I have to hang out with her just to see the kids. That's why I have to take her to court.
Okay, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? As you heard in CJ's video, he had to pay her $6,000 just so he can meet up with the kids at a place, say Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know where he said, and they could meet up together and she could be with him and the kids. Come on, like I told, this is not an isolated situation, okay? A lot of men go through this. I've been through this. This is why it ranked. I was like, damn, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, it's not an isolated situation. So, CJ, what you're going through, you're not the only one, big dog.
Right. That is exactly.
I'm not going to let you continue to prevent me from seeing the kids. So, I do plan on taking her back and asking for more custody until I get there. I just got to, I'm going to have to pony up that money. And I'm willing to do it.
What state are you in? Is it a conservative
California.
state? California, of all places. What did that white woman come up and tell me? Oh, in California, they always do 50-50. Does this sound like 50-50? What is that? Who remembers the unicorn? Who remembers the unicorn that I had the blast on Valuetainment that was talking about her attorney in California told her that it was always 50-50? Does this sound?
So let's put this in perspective. 50-50 does not mean you see your kid this amount of time, she sees your kid this amount of time. They split up summers, holidays. The rest of the kid, if the kid is in school, the kid has to stay with the parent where the school is in district. If the other parent so happens to live in that same school district, you may be able to get 50-50 custody. So that means you have to live in a close proximity to your baby mama, which means seeing her at the grocery store, seeing her at the convenience store, just seeing her throughout your child's life. So that's the only way a man gonna get 50-50 custody right off the bat. And if the man is not, that ain't the only way. That ain't the only way, but that's a close reasoning way that the man will get 50-50 right off the bat. And if he's been with the kids since birth, okay, other than that, ain't no 50-50. There's not a chance a man to get 50-50 right off the bat.
Sound like 50-50 to anybody. To anybody.
Nope.
Right? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You do not have a judge that seems to be amenable to 50-50. It seemed like when you came up, your question was, what are your chances of getting 50-50? They are poor. They are really, really poor. And it's nothing about you or her. It's not.
This is what we're getting into. So CJ, I want you to understand your chances of getting 50-50. Now, you are a stay-at-home father. You've been that way for many, many years. You are a stay-at-home father. You are in your kid's life. But this is you about to hear the God's honest truth right now from a lawyer, a divorce attorney, not anybody else, a divorce attorney. You about to hear the truth. Okay? Shout out to the lead attorney for this.
Not that you're a bad dad, and it's not that she's a great mom. It's just you got a judge that just does the whole inertia thing, and women are natural better parents, and so we're gonna put the kids with the mom, and then we're gonna kind of guard and watch the dad and see how he's doing. For this judge to give you 50-50, something would have to go dramatically wrong with the mom. She would either need to go to prison, she would need to start physically abusing these children, she would need to abandon these children, she would need to start using drugs, and not like weed. I'm talking about yellow. I'm talking about meth, like crack rock.
All right, so there you have it. Now listen, she would have to go to the extremes. That little cocaine drug test that she took, that is not enough for you to get custody of your kids. That fight outside, that is not enough. You're gonna need a whole lot more evidence for you to be able to see your kid get 50-50 custody. You're gonna have to go through a whole lot. You're going to even get 50-50 custody. Now, to get full custody, she's gonna have to do everything but die. You know what I'm saying? Or even if she died, then you still gonna have to fight for full custody, because then the family gonna jump in. You know what I mean? It's like it's just too much for a father. It's never what we think. Y'all can get out here and pay as many lawyers and attorney fees as you want. You can call the police every time she don't want you to see the kids. You can do all this. But there is no CEA, no child enforcement agency.
Like something bad, like this woman has to go in a bad way. Now, I will say this, it is odd. It is odd that you did not get ordered to pay child support. That's not even legal in Georgia. Like in Georgia, no judge would give you visitation without child support if you are not disabled. That would never happen here. So like that's a silver lining, but it's not really a silver lining because you're still paying child support anyway. I mean, you paying it without a court order. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But
my kids need stuff. You know what I mean? I understand that.
Now we heard the same thing from CJ So Cool. He's giving $2,000 at the time. He's giving $2,000. Now just because his kids need stuff. Shout out to CJ So Cool for giving the kids stuff because they need stuff. And if a lot of people don't understand that, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, my child support paid up. But then there's other stuff that kids need. But you know what? You gotta be there to fulfill that need. I can't just be giving you money and I'm not doing nothing for my kid. I could do more for my kid and pay more for my kid if I'm there. I could take my kid to the doctor. I could take my kid to the eye doctor. I could take my kid to basketball. I could take my kid to school for lunch. I could take my kid, be a chaperone for field trips. You could do all this stuff as a father, but you have to be notified through the other custodial parents. You have to, go through so many loops to get this and all. They be like, well, I need money for this. I need money. Well, send me some dates and send me some time, some practice time, so I can be there for my kid so the other teacher or whoever they need this money for, you can see that. Oh, they need shoes for this. Well, send them over so we can go get some shoes. Stuff like that. I mean, you got to be in the kid's life. You should be allowed to be in the kid's life and not just a paycheck. Like somebody just throwing a dollar amount out there for no reason, just all willy-nilly, like give me $5,000 for what? Like for what really? Like what's the purposes of it? Give me a purpose. That's what I'm saying. It has to be a purpose for every dollar that you give outside of child support.
Guys, do y'all hear this dude? He's like, listen, I understand child support. My kid needs something. This is the same dude that the judge won't get 50-50. This is the same dude that can't even spend overnights with his children when he was living with the children.
Yeah, see that part I didn't put that in here. He was actually living with the children. They were married. They were married together. And he can't even get 50-50 custody. Come on, man, I'm telling y'all, it's crazy, CJ. I mean, it just is what it is, big dog.
This is the system that we're in. And you guys, you got some of the majority of you guys are even on some different time than this brother. This brother was like, hey man, I got her pregnant. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna step up, right? So many of you guys, y'all are like, no, I want a family. Like, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want a legacy. Look what you're gonna go through if she decides to cash you out. Yeah. Does it seem like there's anything that this brother has done terribly wrong to not be able to see his kids over to spend the night with his kids? No, but it's their age. Now, to be fair, if the kids were, 9 years old and 7 years old, he wouldn't be going through this. He would automatically get overnight. But just because the kid is not 9, just because the kid is 2, doesn't mean that you're still not a great father. Doesn't mean that you're all of a sudden a terrible father. But this dude's parental relationship with his children is being damaged because the children are naturally growing closer with the mom because that's who they see more.
Yep.
Right? And does it sound like there's anything that he can do? Because it's the judge that ordered it. What is he supposed to do? Now he says, listen, I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to, to pony up the money from the attorney to give to the attorney.
All right, here is the kicker. This is the climax of the story. We're going to hear all the information, and I want y'all to focus and pay attention. Like, this is all over America. This is not an isolated situation. This is not Oklahoma. This is not Georgia. This is not just Las Vegas, Nevada. This is all over America. Men fighting every day. Y'all need to pay attention to what he about to say, because when y'all go get these attorneys, this is exactly what y'all gonna do. This is exactly what y'all gonna go through.
And this is where it gets rough. Because a lot of times, especially in Georgia, if a judge, if I'm representing somebody, if I'm representing you in Georgia, and I see the way that this judge is going, Todd, there's gonna be a big part of me that's like, man, don't even pay me the $25,000, $50,000, like the stuff that we're gonna have to do to try to get 50-50 custody. You're gonna pay me so much money, and honestly, Todd, it's probably not gonna work.
Ooh!
It's probably not gonna work.
That's the truth.
You know, we're gonna have to get you psychologically evaluated. We're gonna try to get the 2-year-old psychologically evaluated. Maybe we can hire a private detective. You know, follow her to work. Maybe we could subpoena all these people. Subpoena people from her work. Maybe we could do depositions, take her deposition. We can go all into discoveries, you know, have her, you know, fill out all these interrogatories. We can prepare.
Now let me let y'all know, all this, everything he mentions, every time you have to go see an attorney for them, or you gotta hire a private investigator, it's costing you money. CJ said his lawyer was $500 an hour. My attorney wasn't that expensive, but trust me, I spent over $5,000 on seeing my child. Over $5,000, and this was not tax time. It was not tax time. I had to pay this every time we had to go to court. I had to give my lawyer some money. Oh, it's another $300, $400. I'm like, golly, man, for what? I'm like, man, I got to come up with this money before court. So, hey, got to work some extra overtime. My whole overtime check straight to the attorney.
Request for production of documents. You know, we can do the whole 9. But after we do all that, guess what? We're still going back in front of the same judge. And if we don't uncover any real dirt, you know, if she's just a mediocre.
If you ain't uncovered her, you done wasted all your money. You done wasted all your money. She does not have to be a bad person. Now, we ain't saying that your baby mama gonna be a bad person, but if she's not a bad person, remember, you just wasted all that money trying to get something on her so you can have more custody rights. Not even to take full custody, just to have more custody rights.
Her mom, shout out to Kevin Sanders, just an average at best mom. You know, she was an average at best mom at the court hearing, and look what the judge did. Look at all the stuff that the judge gave her. So you can give me $30,000 and we can do all this, but at the end of the day, we go back before the same judge who recognized that you were spending every night with your children and then took that away from you.
You see that? You see that? Now I'm gonna tell you, shout out to Martha Oaks of Oklahoma County, who's a certified deadbeat provider. She provides services for deadbeat mothers. I'm telling you, it's a shame that even though you have written agreements, you have mediation agreements, you have all this stuff laid out aside that y'all discussed before, and then all of that stuff don't matter. Now is what she wants. You know, even if you live two miles from the parent, even if you live the same distance from the parent to the school, you know, that stuff does not matter when you got deadbeat enablers like Martha Oaks of Oklahoma County court system. Okay, I'm just speaking facts. I would not be throwing this out there without facts, big dog.
You want this judge to give you 50-50 when it was the judge that took away the overnights.
Amazing.
Sometimes, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Money can't fix everything. Right? And there's a lot of attorneys. No, thank the Lord, there's not a lot of attorneys, but there are some attorneys that are like, yeah, Ty, well, you know, just pay me another 15 grand and we'll keep fighting, and then, you know, we'll give it the good college try. And now you're $27,000 in, and he comes to you and he's like, hey, you know, I don't think we're gonna get it, Ty.
That's cold. That's straight up facts, big dog. This is coming from an attorney. This is not some random person on YouTube named Everyday PJ. This is coming from a divorce attorney of 20 years, okay? Come on, man, let's talk about it. Y'all wanted better content, y'all wanted more informational stuff. Y'all think a brother be hating on people. Well, here is the info right here, and I need y'all to take it in. Give me y'all's honest opinion in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.
You know, I don't think maybe we could do a Friday to Monday morning drop off. Does that sound good, Ty?
Crazy.
You were getting Friday to Sunday. What if we do a Friday to Monday? Does that sound good? What if, Ty, instead of Wednesday 6 to 8, we do Wednesday at 6 to Thursday morning drop off? Don't that sound good? You be like, nigga, I paid you 27 racks.
27 racks for one extra day. I'm telling y'all think this is games. Like, I went from having my daughter every Tuesday. No, I went from Tuesday to Thursday. Picking her up Tuesday, picking her up and dropping her off at school Wednesday, and then Thursday dropping her off at school. To only having Tuesdays where I could take her to karate practice, pick her up from school, take her to karate practice, and picking her back, dropping her back off. Like, what am I doing? Like, I only got time for karate because, you know, once karate practice over, it's nighttime. I gotta feed her dinner, and then we drop her back off. When she get off from school, I gotta make sure she do her homework, and we done with the homework. Then it's straight to karate. Then from karate, after karate, it's feeding her dinner and sending her home. You have no real time to parent. You have no real time to be a parent. And then once COVID hit and the karate was done for, those Tuesdays went away too. I'm telling y'all.
Right, look at that. Like, I mean, this is for real, guys. This is for real. That's why, you know, it sounds so bad for a divorce attorney to tell you not to fight for your kids. But Ty's gonna be looking at me crazy if he pays me $48,000, and then I'm talking about let's do a Friday to Monday every other weekend. He's like, well, shit, I could have basically got that, you know, without paying you all this money. I just could have paid you to negotiate this instead of trying to go all the way to trial, and then you turn around and say we're not gonna get it. Right? Attorneys are very good at like reading the tea leaves, very good at looking at the case and just finding little small things to kind of let us know what the judge is thinking. From your recitation of the facts to me, it doesn't seem like the judge is in your favor at all. The fact that you live with these kids and he took time away from you, it'd be one thing if he started you off at the base visitation, but he started you off less. Now, there's a 9-year-old fine, but he could have been like, well, listen, the 2-year-old's almost 3. I'm going to send the 3-year-old to you, and you can spend every night with the 3-year-old, and then we can allow the 9-month-old to catch up. That's not what he did.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's what my attorney said.
Yeah.
So there you have it, man. Everyday people, man. Y'all heard it straight from the lead attorney, man. Shout out to the lead attorney. Y'all can go check him out on the lead attorney. I'm going to try to remember, put the description below. Y'all can watch this whole video. And y'all get the truth, man. Y'all get the truth right from the mouth of the lead attorney. Okay? If y'all want to go check out CJ's video and see what I'm talking about, y'all want to check out his past videos and see what I'm talking about, y'all want to check out my videos and see what I'm talking about. This is the absolute truth. I'll put this stuff out there many times, and it just is what it is, man. Everyday people, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.